Alright guys, we're back. We're back to Hello Goodbye. Last time, well, we had a talk with Su-chan for most of the episode. You're getting to know her. And well, she seems like a really good friend to hang around with. That was basically it. That's all that happened last gameplay. But now, we're in class. So we're finally starting class to see how I take it as the new student. Transfer student. Well, let's continue with the story. I write my name, Toba Kaito, on the blackboard, then turn around and address the class. My name is Toba Kaito. Nice to meet you. After which I hear light clapping from two pair of hands. There are Mei and Suguri, both smiling at me. After they started, the rest of the class begins to clap too. Well, that's one way to get a crowd to clap.
皆さん仲良くしてあげてください。わからないことがあったら教えてあげてくださいね。
Thank you, Sister Therese. As soon as I sit down in my designated seat, Sister Therese immediately starts taking attendance, abruptly ending my introduction at that. Oh, well, that's another transition. Homeroom went by without a hitch, and we now have a 10-minute break until our first class. May wastes no time and comes up to me right as the break starts.
Kaito 君、同じクラスだったんですね。驚きました。
I'm just glad too. Surprised, she says, but her face doesn't display anything of the sort. And with me opening the floodgates, Suguri and the rest of the class start gathering around me too.
ゆきしろ、先週にシスターが言ってただろ。
Whoa, who's the guy?
そうでしたっけ。スーちゃん覚えてます？覚えてるわよ。メイに紹介された時に転入生って聞いてたから、うちのクラスだろうなって思ってたよ。あれ？二人とも東部くんのこと知ってるの？はい、公園で会いました。
True? And she's been helping me out ever since.
なんかその関係意味深。そんなことあるわけないでしょ。だって相手がメイなんだから。
She was being nice.
ねえねえ、東部くんってどこ出身？
I was born in the Commonwealth's capital. I only lived there about 3 years. I moved a lot because of my parents' jobs.
連邦って居住の移動制限なかったっけ？
Yeah, but it's fairly lax. My family's a good example of that, though admittedly, not many people move from place to place as much as we did.
その辺固い印象あるよな、連邦って。せっかく広い土地なんだから広く使えよ。
I guess that's what people from Morino would think, but since my parents' generations, there's been a lot of people moving around without much work.
なるほど。しかし移住が簡単になってると言っても、この時期に転入って珍しくね？
Well, originally I planned to get here around spring break so I could start right on time with the new semester, but the paperwork kinda took longer than expected. Delays like that are relatively common in the Commonwealth, I believe. I feel. Which isn't a very good thing, especially to people who reside in Morino. I was surprised how quickly my paperwork at the war office went.
ひょっとして1ヶ月くらい春休みだった？
Yeah, it was pretty great, and I started living on my own 3 days ago, so I don't have any of those back-to-school blues.
男子寮か。いいなあ。女いつでも連れ込めるじゃん。寮の場所はどこよ？
I almost gave him the name my son and Shindo, but managed to stop myself. Good thing May already warned me about what people use it as.
こら岩清水、君とカイトを一緒にしない。
Iwashimizu?
あ、いたーいきなり蹴るなよ
I noticed his name now. Iwashi Misu. Swift with both your hands and your feet, I see.
どういう意味よ。
なんだ、転入生はもうやられたのか？
Yeah. Knocked out. She's crazy strong. I've had to taste the crown a whole 2 times already. I'm getting a good feeling about this class. I think I'll be able to fit in, no worries. I guess I really do owe it to those two. My eyes meet with May's eyes meet with mine, upon which she flashes a warm smile, almost as if she could read my mind. Before Tenshu Academy was the school we know it as today, it was a church that was constructed when Japan was still a unified nation. It's truly a reputable institution, it's highly regarded and respected not only here in Morino but across the Japanese region as a whole, which is probably why it earned the reputation as the school for the wealthy and prestigious. Royals, descendants of samurais and nobles, children of rich and influential families, you name it, if they had status, they went to Tenshudo. But if that was all, then Tenshudo would have ended up as your average school for bigwigs and geniuses. When this school had yet to exist, and the church was what occupied this land, they played a strong role in housing and caring for the orphans from a civil war 100 years ago. To this day, Tenshudo Academy still provides shelter and care for abandoned and orphaned children. There are actually a few dozen of those children among the student body here. Oh, is that so? This academy is one where kids of some of the most influential people in the world study alongside kids who have neither parents nor kin. Now that the academy has grown into such a behemoth institution that it can cover all levels of education, normal residents of Morino and even transfer students like myself can be admitted fairly easily. Supposedly, a large majority of educators and professors see the Tenshudo Academy as one of the most ideal educational institutions in the region. But ideals in the end are still only ideals. When ideals are implemented into reality, there are always cases where things fail. Even the greatest minds out there can't account for all possibilities in their theories. All you really have to hear is a school with a humane orientation.
よっしゃー、授業終わり。
Well, everybody just ran out. As soon as the 4th period is over, Iwashi Misu stands up and bolts out of the room, leaving this textbook and notes as they are. And he wasn't the only one, about 10 other guys to do the same. The remaining class seems to be more than used to this, as those in Japan reflexively step aside to make way. Very impressive reflexes. This is supposed to be an elite school, huh? The rumor has it that this school is full of prestigious and well-mannered kids, but after witnessing this, I'm inclined to think otherwise. Well, I see our normal average guys starving for lunch, and I guess you could count me as one of them, considering that I'm pretty hungry right now. You're not going to the cafeteria, right, May?
お弁当を持ってきてます。おじさま特製のお弁当です。
Who's this uncle person?
はい。ダンディーなおじさまです。
Uncle Dandy. Uncle Dandy, you say? I'm really curious about this person, but lunch comes first. What about you, Suguri?
私のお弁当は自分で。
You made your own lunch. Whoa. Okay, guess I'll go to the cafeteria then.
はい。行きましょう。
Huh? But you brought your own.
学食は給湯器もあるから便利なの。
The two of them grab their lunches and we all three and stand up from our seats. I'm glad they're kind enough to come with me.
早く行かないと人気メニューはなくなっちゃうよ。
Upon entering the cafeteria, we find a plethora of people there. Students stocking trays being placed on tables, chairs moving, all these sounds echo throughout the room. I can feel it. It seems this place is entirely different on weekdays. All the students who had to go hungry during class greedily and devoured their food to satiate the hunger. I know the students who sat before during class are now chattering as much as loudly as they please. It's the exact same scene I saw in the mess hall during basic training. The meal B, an extra large helping of fried vegetables that I have on my tray, for instance, is something that I could easily picture being served back there.
カイトくん、何か嬉しいことあったんですか？
Oh, you know, just thinking about my training days. The memories.
カイトくん、野菜炒めを見て笑ってました。ご飯美味しそうですか？
They look great. The student favorite meal A, which is usually fried food, was already sold out, so I got meal B instead, which looked equally appetizing.
笑ってたというより苦笑してたって感じだね。
Suguri's comment is on point, so I come out with what was on my mind. It just made me think of the old cafeteria I used to eat at. But of course, I couldn't tell 100% of the truth. The cafeteria I mentioned wasn't a school cafeteria, but the mess hall at the basic training. It was a lot less organized, where every day was basically a struggle to get what you wanted, and the food was primarily Western food. But it had a similar atmosphere overall. Military training and general education are two different things, but both institutions have one place where you're allowed the freedoms you aren't during the lessons.
ひょっとしてホームシック？
Yes, I'm gonna start crying. Oh, not a chance. I've had to be crazy to feel homesick when I'm about to have good food.
お昼ご飯はバンコク共通の楽しみですね。
Yeah, that's true. I wholeheartedly agree. Well, that's enough talking. Time to enjoy these delicious veggies.
いただきましょう。
Yay, we're gonna eat. Well, I mean, they're gonna eat. I'm not eating anything. We all begin to eat lunch.
カイトくん、美味しいですか？
Whoa, transition. I was expecting this. Chibi or something? Yeah, that's what it's called, right? Do your best. Oh wait, that's not me. Oh yeah, they're wonderful. Do you want to try them by any
う
chance?
ん、美味しいかなって思って聞いてみました。そういう子だから気にしないであげて。
Okay, yeah, true on that. What do you say to that, man?
はい、こういう子です。
It feels odd having just you just like confirm it. I can't quite follow Suguri's comment nor his response, but at the very least it showed that they are good friends. Maybe May just has a tendency to interpret everything she says as a compliment. Alright, you want this, May? I push a bowl of almond tofu that wasn't included in my meal in front of her.
デザートいらないんですか？甘いもの苦手なんだっけ？昨日もくず餅私たちにくれたし。
That's right, I tried a bit of it, then let the two of them have the rest. I remember them being quite happy about that. Yeah, sweet stuff isn't really my cup of tea.
得意不得意なんてあるんだ。
Well, yeah.
それじゃありがたくいただきます。代わりにイカさんウインナーをどうぞ。しょっぱいのは得意ですか？
Yeah, I like sour stuff. I was expecting to say salty. I'm more of a salty guy, but okay. But I have to say, asking someone if sour stuff is their cup of tea is a weird thing to ask.
タコじゃないの？あ、ほんとだ。イカの形してる。うまい。おじさまの包丁さばきはすごいです。和菓子職人みたいです。
And I'll devour the masterfully crafted piece of art in an instant. I plop the squid-shaped wiener into my mouth and eat it in one
や
bite.
ってることは普通なのに言い方がひどい。
Pretty good. Has that nice sausage tea
お
taste.
じさまに代わって お粗末様でした。で、いいのかな？
Go right ahead. But yeah, I was wanting to ask you about that uncle person that made your lunch.
ダンディーなおじさまです。
Okay, now I'm really curious. So who is this guy?
ダンディーなおじさまです。
You're gonna leave it at that. Okay. Dandy isn't his name, is it?
外国人じゃないですよ。
Good to hear. But right, you said he was dandy. That's not really a word I think I would describe the most Japanese people. I am one of those Japanese people, but I realize I've actually gone and said something a bit rude to my fellow people.
そんなことないですよ。おじさまは自信を持って言ってました。
Oh, so it's self-proclaimed dandiness. This person must be a sight to behold. I knew those kind of people existed. The ones that give themselves super weird titles and force their peers to call them by that. I mean, aren't you forcing people to call you Tobo Kaito even though that's not you? Man, I actually knew one such person, which is why I've been picturing him this entire time. That's probably why I feel I shouldn't pursue this anymore for Uncle Dandy's sake.
メイの家のお手伝いさんよ。カイトは変な想像してるみたいだけど、確かにかっこいい人よ。ナイスミドルって感じ。
Her description of him aside, something she said before that catches my attention. So you have a butler at your home, May?
はい。お父さんよりかっこいいおじさまです。それ、メイのお父さんが聞いたら多分ショック受けるよ。メイに結婚なんだから。私もお父さんにぞっこんですよ。相変わらずの同じゴロっぷりね。天然でやってるから始末に悪いわ。
Gentleman killer. I thought there was only lady killer.
なければメイが初代同じゴロよ。
Suguri seems to have an exceedingly high opinion of May. Well, nothing beats having a loving family, and on that note, I'm done eating.
はよ。
How am I done eating? Huh? What?
もう食べたのですか？お茶碗の中にご飯粒が一つもないです。5分と経ってないわよ。B 定食って私のお弁当の2倍はあるのよ。
5 minutes? That was 5 minutes? Well, maybe it was 5 minutes.
私まだ3口しか食べてないです。
Well, you guys were talking, that's why.
日曜に一緒にご飯食べたけどこんなに早かったですね。あの時は確か私たちが席を外している間にカイトくん食べ終わってて。そうだった。そっか、こんなに早く食べ終わってたんだ。
Well, I was hungry, so the two of them stare at me curiously. I don't know what that was considered fast. I don't know, I've just always been that way. Mealtime was never a leisurely activity. Since we were on such tight schedule all the time at basic training, I always focus on eating my food rather than enjoying it. That's a good point. I mean, if you have a certain set amount of time, like half an hour to an hour or something, you don't have much time to, you know, enjoy your food. So I developed the ability to wolf down any meal in 5 minutes flat. Finishing my meal sooner meant I could head to my next training exercise and get ready sooner. Finishing my meal sooner meant more time for me to take a quick nap. You know, maybe my old habits are a little out of the ordinary. Pretty much everyone I knew ate the same way. Maybe it's just a Commonwealth thing.
カイト、食事はよく噛んだ方がいいよ。
Savor my food? Is that what I have to do?
ですね。
The two of them are pretty serious about this. Thank you, I'll make an effort to change my ways. I'm going to adapt to a more normal lifestyle. But well, as the saying goes, old habits die hard. I'll need to be serious about this if I want to change. Later on that day, I was surprised to find out that the word had gotten around about me and the class thought I was some sort of eating champion. Oh boy. Some were wondering how I was so slim if I was such a glutton, while others were saying I dominate in food eating contests. I didn't really choose to be this way though, it was just the norm in the army. It seems I've been giving Kaito the image of the skinny guy who's a monster eater. A little later, once school let out. Are you guys going straight home now?
はい、まっすぐ家に帰ります。私も昨日言った通り帰宅部だから。
Oh, yeah, that's true. The going home club. Gonna be part of that too. Alright, I guess I'll go with you guys.
はい、そうしましょう。カイトは部活は入らないの？
I'll join the, what is it? The going home club. Yay! Nah, I'm just trying to relax. Plus, I noticed that I'm a little behind on the stuff for the learning in class, so I'll need my free time to study.
お、優等生だ。留学生はしっかりしてるね。
Wait, I'm not the only transfer student here? Well, of course, relaxing is my #1 priority. If I stress myself out with studying and extracurriculars, wow, I butchered that word, extracurriculars, there you go, all day, then why I even come here in the first place.
つまり遊びたいと。
It makes me feel kinda irresponsible admitting it, but yeah, basically.
素直でよろしい。カイトの男子寮ってどこだっけ？
Oh, there's people all over the place. Yeah, man, I like the background music. Yeah, it's really cool. I'm gonna stop here, actually. Yes. And it seems pointless stopping right now, especially when... But transition, we're going home. Next time is the going home club. Next time. Well, guys, I hope you guys had fun. That was interesting. Well, first day in class, first day as a transfer student, and I guess many people who transferred before to school or whatever in the middle of a semester or year, whatever. Yeah, I would know that it's not simple. You know, it takes getting used to. Well, one thing for sure, you know, food is food, and when it's lunchtime, you eat. Well, anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you made it this far into the video, leave a like, leave a comment if you like it as well. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys on the next one.